Hey, so I just made a video and YouTube killed it. So now I have to make a new one, and I don't know why my face is at a weird angle. Anyway, enough of that. Stop. Shh. Um, you're not crazy. You're definitely not crazy, and you're definitely not alone. Um, and I understand why you would feel that way, and I understand why you need to be told that. So I'm telling you that. BPD is something that I've sort of been not officially diagnosed for 6 years, but it's been mentioned for 6 years. So I'm sort of like, I don't know, I'm used to it. So when people ask me to like talk about it, well, it's like it kind of like shocks me because it's been a while since it's been a thing in my head. And hopefully that will be the case with you as well. Um, Firstly, my experience with it is hard for me to tell you about because I've got other things as well. So I mean, I'm bipolar and have OCD and other stuff, so it's hard for me to like untangle it. But I mean, it ended me up in the loony bin a few times, but that's my behaviour, not the BPD. I think, firstly, because you've just been diagnosed, and I feel like I'm like your spirit guide now. Um, no, but you need to know that there's a lot of stigma attached to this illness, and there is a good chance that you're going to encounter people who treat you badly because of it, in the mental health profession. You may not, but you need to know that it might happen, and if that does happen, it's not you, it's the illness, and it happens to a lot of us, and it's shit. And if people do react, badly to your illness or knowing that you have it, they can fuck off. Fuck off. They don't know you. They're reacting to an illness, and it's rude and it's stupid, and it shouldn't happen, but it might, and you need to know that. But it's fine. I mean, just be tough and don't let it get to you, and remember that you are not the problem. They're reacting to stigma. That being said, treatment wise, DBT always used to be. I don't know. Like, I'm not really up on the new stuff. DBT, I'm assuming, is still the main treatment for it, and that is a type of therapy that is based on four separate sort of categories. But basically, what it does, like how I would describe it, I always used to joke to my therapist and say, like, if a person without BPD did DBT therapy, they would become like superhuman. Um, it just teaches you how to be really successful, basically, and very emotionally healthy. And it's good. And if you try hard with it, I find that I often say that it didn't work for me, and I don't see it as a thing that worked for me. It's something that I never want to do again. But when I think about it, like, I could have taken things from it. If you try and take things from it, you will, and it will help you. So, I mean, if you're offered that, or if that's the thing, commit to it and do it. Do it properly, and it will help you. Remember that BPD is not you, and the term personality disorder is just a term. It doesn't mean that your personality is fucked. Your personality is separate from the BPD to an extent. And it's not you as a person. You as a person is a whole different thing from the illness. So don't feel crazy or wrong or, dysfunctional in that way. I mean, I'm sure your behaviour is dysfunctional, and I'm sure your emotions are, or you wouldn't be diagnosed with it. But you as a person, there's nothing wrong with you. And it is a separate thing. And it is treatable and it's manageable, I think, is the key thing here. Always remember that your behaviour is a choice. Don't ever let yourself get sucked into thinking, oh, well, I've got BPD, so I'll do this. Be sort of not wary, but careful. I was going to say look online at DBT and stuff, because I'm sure there are websites that will basically teach you it if you don't have a therapist. If you do, then stick with that. But if you do look at websites for BPD, be very wary of other people with it, because there is a possibility and there is a tendency, and it's completely understandable, because when you think about BPD, a big feature of it is a identity issue, sort of not really knowing who you are or not feeling like a whole person or something. Be very wary of other people with BPD, because I do find that when you interact with them, it can increase your behaviour. You can sort of bounce off each other in a very unhealthy way. Equally, some people with BPD who've had it for years, who've sort of, got better with it, can be very helpful for you. Sorry, I need to smoke a lot. I hope you can keep up with the speed at which I'm talking as well. I don't know. I'm speedy. I'm not on speed. I'm trying to think of other things that could sort of like, I don't know, help you. It is a very sort of confusing thing to have, and it's quite a scary thing to have at times, to feel like your emotions are out of control. But I mean, it's normal in the BPD thing, and it's shit, but it will end. Remember that your emotions are transient, always. And as painful as they can get, and as overwhelming as they can get, they will go away. And that is that. And I think an important thing for me personally to learn, or to accept, is that emotions can't actually do anything to you. You know, it's not like if you're sad, you're instantly going to self-harm. That behavior is a choice. Like, sadness will do nothing to you. There's a term like sit with feelings, and I think that's an important thing to do, and an important thing to recognize that you can do, because I know it can feel like you can't stand a feeling, but you can. You can withstand it. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to harm yourself. You don't have to destroy anything. You can just feel it, and it will go away. You need to remember that. I know it's hard. I know this. I say this to you and feel not very hypocritical, because I've been fairly well behaved, but like sort of, I'm saying this and I don't fully, you know, subscribe to that all the time, but it's an important thing to recognise. Medication wise, they can quite often offer you mood stabilisers, antipsychotics. Bear in mind that while medication can be very helpful with BPD, if you feel like it's not helping, or if you don't want to take it, then don't, because it doesn't have to be medicated. It's not like depression or bipolar where you do need medication because it's a chemical, you know, imbalance. BPD is not, and you do not need medication. So if people are trying to force it on you and you've tried it and it doesn't work, don't take it. You don't have to. And don't fucking kill yourself. So this is an important thing for me to say to you as you've been diagnosed with BPD. Don't kill yourself. And I can't say don't self-harm, but try really hard to recognise that as a choice, and be careful. Yeah, and remember that you're not, there's nothing, you're good, you're great. You'll be fine if you try, and if you want to be, in time. And yeah, you are a fabulous human being, and having BPD does not make you a bad person. It doesn't make you wrong. It doesn't make you damaged. You're fucking great as you are. Okay? I hope this helped.